You know, I think there's been a mistake in making Judaism an intellectual religion, a city religion, a social one. I think, to tell you the truth, it's a complete misunderstanding of the text itself, because the text is a body, you see. And the whole idea of life is to raise the neshama that comes automatically into this body. And so your responsibility is the body. God's responsibility is the neshama. And so what are you doing in the body with this neshama? And so I think it's not that I made it up, the Merkabah, the chariot, is the body. And the gematria of Merkabah is 267, and that's Nazir. So the Nazir is the one who fulfills this Merkabah and the idea of what's going on in the body and the understanding of the body. And for me, you know, my mitzvah is tefillin. And tefillin has the great gematria of 580 plus its 6 letters, it's 586, and that becomes the 586 magic number of shofar, of Yerushalayim, of Yesod fully spelt out, of HaKotel fully spelt out. And that's tefillin. And tefillin, again, I didn't make this up, it represents all the commandments. And the commandment and the tefillin goes on the Jewish man's body. It's a total embodiment. And this embodiment that we see, you see, is actually the Kundalini. It's up to you to raise the Kundalini. That's your work. To raise the Kundalini. You're given the soul. Now you ask, and you purify this and rectify this body and build this body. Not necessarily in a social plane, in an individual plane. And you raise that body and you work on that body. It's work, what I call, not for the self, but on the self. That's your work here, and that's the tefillin. And that's why tefillin represents everything. You see? It represents all the mitzvot. And so what you're really involved in here, Willowdale Arch, I played here tennis during this pandemic. I have a couple videos here. And it's a big echo in there. I'll do a thing. But it's a nature religion. It's a body religion with trees. It's social things. Love will always find a way. Love will always save the day. With you in my arms. Yeah, this is where I played on these. See? And the whole idea of all this is to raise, you're given the soul, now what do you do with it? You are a partner with God. How do you use your body here? You want to be fat? Go ahead, be fat. If you think that's the secret. If you think it's to be preoccupied with food, then go ahead. See? There's a lot of baloney with this dog here. Balto. Balto wasn't the real dog that did this work. Anyway, and this is where you see the whole idea. 586 plus 14 perics is 600, and that's the final mem. And that's in the tefillin. That's the knot in the back of the head. And another religion, other religions are bringing down Judaism better than Judaism today. They're bringing it down better. Because they're not limited by what they say is halakha. Always remember, the breaking of the law is the fulfillment of the law. To understand the real halakha, you have to go outside the religion now, outside the box. They won't permit it. They're so involved with synagogues. No. Here, trees of life. Torah is a tree of life. Here's the tree. See here, understand the tree with the branches and how it branches off. Understand the roots, how it goes into the ground like gravity. How to fill in, putting it on the arm and the thing in the head and the dot in the back, and it's Shaddai and it's a sexual impulse. Yeah, understand it. You think you're permitted to understand it? I don't. They're so involved with law. Books. Macabre. That's the secret. And the Nazir. Understand it. Always remember that the secret of the Nazir is in Yud Hey, as a fulfillment of Yud Hey Vav Hey. It's a 30, and that's the name of God when it's in Olam Haba. And always remember that everything is whole and a half. And so 30, Yud Hey, plus half Yud Hey, makes it 45. And that's Adam. 45 is Adam. And the 45 spelling of Yud Hey Vav Hey has a aleph, has a Yud and 3 alephs in it, which are the 13 attributes of mercy, which is Echad, which is Ahava. Love will always find a way. Love will always save the day with you in my arms. And so one of the ways to feel that is to hug a tree. Here's a nice. And as I'm coming out of the park, I hear plenty of construction. You know what I call this? Destruction. Yeah, let's show it. I don't call this construction. I call this destruction. Yeah. Who needs it? I know one person that doesn't. Me.